Mr. Mario. Yes, I know, another in real life video. If you're getting tired of seeing my face, I'm sorry, you can go ahead and unsubscribe or something. I don't know how I'm supposed to help you with that. But decide to, do an actual video with this as opposed to doing a commentary. I've been wanting to make this video for a bit, and with the next gen really officially coming in real soon, wanted to make a video about it. So, the video, the title, if you're looking, if you clicked it, it's what is my first choice for this gen? Now, listen carefully. Modified, I'll get back to you. Modified 360 was hitting me up on Skype if you heard that. No. My first choice, this is my first one. It's not my only choice. I'm not going Team Microsoft, Team Sony, Team Nintendo. No. I did that stuff back when I was like 14, but no. This is my first choice. I currently do not have a Wii U, and not the 360, the Xbox One and the PS4 are not out yet. So, right now, I don't have any next-gen system. So what is my first choice for next-gen, and why am I choosing it? Well, my first choice for next-gen is the Xbox One. I'm thinking there's going to be two types of people here. There's going to be the type of people who say, oh, yeah, it was obvious from the get-go. You work on 360s all the time. Yeah, you were definitely going to get an Xbox One. And there's going to be the other people who are just like, why would you get that system? It is a terrible system. You got a PC. You're good to go. Why don't you just get the PS4? Well, I'll go ahead and answer those questions as well. I will be getting a PS4. In fact, I can get a PS4 if I really want to. I have my Xbox One paid off. I can pay off the PS4 easily, and thankfully I am in the situation I am in. However, I'm also the type of person who does not like to waste money on things that I don't feel like I need. If I see something that's cool, and I really don't feel a need for it and I can't rationalize it, I'm not going to buy it. One great example of this is the PlayStation Vita. I've been wanting a Vita for a bit, and I was kind of interested in it, but recently, I don't know, the past year or so, it really died down just because there's no killer app out for it. There's no game that makes me say, oh my god, I need to play this on the Vita right now. And the price was kind of steep for me, and I was telling friends, I said, you know what, I will go out and I will buy a Vita when it is cheap enough. Well, the Vita recently dropped to $200. I find that to be a reasonable price, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should drop $200 on a Vita. It's not that bad now. I looked, no exploits out. I mean, I'm one of those people, when I get something, I like to fully own it, so I love exploiting systems. I mean, my phone, I friggin' rooted this, I tried not to root it, actually. I tried to go legit on this, but 2 hours, and I cracked. I had to root it. My tablet, I rooted right out of the box. Those are the latest things I've gotten. And I do JTAGs here and all that, so it's all good. But when it comes to all of that, really, no real big exploits on the Vita. And more importantly, there's no game that I want. I would get the Vita, and I would just go to the game section and be like, there's nothing here I want. And then I'd feel really stupid because I just spent $200 on a nice-looking piece of hardware that I really can't do anything with. So, even though, honestly, I've told people, I'm just like, unless there's a killer application that really comes out for it, I can't even justify paying $100 for it, which is very cheap for the system. So, with the Xbox One, if you've been following my channel a bit, when E3 came around, I was dead set on PlayStation 4. This is it. I went from Xbox One to PlayStation 4 back to Xbox One. Xbox One, I remember Johnny Guns and I, we watched the reveal together, we did a stream about it, and we were just freaking out about everything. The features, all the stuff they were going to show, it was awesome to us. Skype was on there, Twitch TV was on there, which Twitch TV is now also on the PlayStation 4, so that's no longer an exclusive, but it looked great to us. And also the TV features looked pretty cool. I even said on the stream, I said I might buy a second one and give it to my family as a present because I think they would really enjoy it. But what ended up happening was then E3 came around, all the DRM stuff came around, which I did a Gaming Goofs episode about. All that DRM stuff came, and I am one of those people, I'll show you all here real quick. I do enjoy the Xbox, I enjoy messing with it, playing around on the games. I enjoy the games on the system, but I don't have any brand loyalty, as you all can see. I got a PS3, I got a Wii just recently. This is actually the second Wii I've owned. The first one gave it to my family, so I don't have any brand loyalty. I don't claim teams, I don't claim sides or anything. I buy what I want. And what happened was, I felt like Sony was doing a better job, marketing their PlayStation 4, not locking it down. It was $100 cheaper at the time, because this is like when E3 started. They weren't going to lock out used games. They weren't going to have your system, connect periodically online. And it had the 2 games that I wanted for next gen that were supposed to come out this gen. I'm a bit bitter about that. They were supposed to come out this generation, and they didn't. Final Fantasy Versus 13, or now Final Fantasy 15, and Kingdom Hearts 3. They were supposed to come out on the PlayStation 3, and they didn't, and I'm kind of happy because I really don't like the PlayStation 3. But they were going to be exclusive on PS4, so I was like, wow, I can stay offline, no used game blockage, $400 as opposed to $500, and the 2 games I want. Screw it, I'm pre-ordering a PS4, so I pre-ordered one. About a week later, I canceled my pre-order and shifted it to the Xbox One, because I had said from the beginning, people asked, are you going to get the Xbox One? And I said, I will get it if they either remove the DRM or if it gets hacked to play offline. And what ended up happening was Xbox removed the always online DRM. By this point as well, I was looking, and the games were looking pretty damn good on there. It was kind of disappointing because I'm like, I really don't like the system itself, but the games look great. Like, it's inevitable. A new Halo is going to come out on the Xbox One, and I'm going to admit it, I'm a Halo fanboy. I love Halo. So, like, anything Halo, I'm going to play it. Like, that's one thing I'm going to admit to. And then other games look good on it as well. Dead Rising 3, like, it really came down to this, and I have both of these on GameStop.com's site right now, but it really came down to this. Let's say both systems launch. I would rather be playing Dead Rising 3 over, let's find a game on here. Killzone Shadowfall looked interesting, but that's not even coming out, the day of. Like, the 2 games, I'm sorry if I'm jumping everywhere, but the 2 games I wanted, really, for the PlayStation 4 were Killzone. I was kind of interested in it. It looked like a good shooter, and Infamous Second Son looks badass, alright? I will admit that. But it's not even coming out until, it's saying April 1st, 2014, so that might be an April Fool's joke. I really don't know, but, the games on the Xbox were just looking better to me overall, and I'm sorry if I'm looking over here. I'm just trying to browse right now because everything has changed on here. But, Dead Rising looked great to me, and there's a few games that are coming out, that are going to be dual-gen, like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. Battlefield 4, I believe, is also going to be dual-gen. Someone might want to correct me on that. So I don't consider those true next-gen games. I'm going to get games for my next-gen system if they are exclusively on next-gen. But the games themselves were appealing to me more on Xbox One. Forza 5 looks great, although they're doing some shady stuff on there. Titanfall, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get on PC or Xbox One. Dead Rising 3, that's definitely a game I'm going to get. Rise, I'm going to admit this, I have to play it before I buy it, because this is a game I've told my friends, and I still stick to it. It looks great, but this is a game that's going to be very easy to screw up. So here's my predicament, and I talked to a friend of mine about it who's dead set on getting the PS4, and we talked about it like this. I said, now that the Xbox One has dropped the DRM, now that Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts are going to be multi-plat, and either way I'd be paying for membership, because with the PlayStation 4, if I want to play online, I'm going to have to get PlayStation Plus. With Xbox Live, yeah, you have to pay for it, but I'm already paying for it. So either way, I'd be buying a subscription no matter what system I picked first. Excuse me. So what ended up happening was I told my friend this, and I'm just like, right now they ripped off the DRM, now that these games, the 2 games I really wanted next gen, are going to be multi-plat, and now that, the launch titles are looking better on the Xbox One than the PS4, at least in my opinion, of what I want to play, I feel like this is going to happen. If I stick to the PS4, I'm going to get it. I'll be happy at first, but I'm going to look at the Xbox, I'll be like, man, I really should have gotten that Xbox. And then, instead of spending $400, I'm going to spend $900 getting the Xbox One, then, more on games and all that, and getting all that stuff, and then I'm going to end up, wasting a bunch of extra money on, a system that I should have gotten first. So, here's how I'm looking at it. The PlayStation 4, I will get later. The Wii U, as I said, I will get later. But my first jump into next gen is going to be the Xbox One. When I see a killer app on the PS4 that I want, and the system, the system is a good price to me, honestly, but when I see a killer app on there, I'll pick one up. when I see a good price on the Wii U or really good reason to buy it, I'll pick one up. Right now, there are good reasons for me to get the Xbox One, so I'm going to get it. In addition to that, I'm mostly on Xbox Live. I barely use PSN. And now that Microsoft actually smartened up with their things, many of my friends who are sticking, who primarily gamed on the Xbox 360 will probably be picking up the Xbox One. They said they will, and if they haven't, they eventually will. So that's just another bonus, because there was one person I was talking to, I was debating with them about it, and they were just saying, oh, so you're just getting the Xbox One because your friends are getting it. It's like, no, I'm getting the Xbox One for myself. The fact that my friends will also get the Xbox One is a nice benefit to that. So, one of those things. So, nice little benefit overall. And finally, with the price difference, PlayStation 4, $400, Xbox One, $500. PlayStation 4 doesn't come with the PlayStation Eye or the camera or anything like that. While as the Xbox One will come bundled with the Kinect, I would like to see what this Kinect 2.0 is all about. And honestly, in the real world, $100 isn't really too much. Now, I understand, I've been there before. If you're 14, 15 years old, I'm not trying to sound ignorant or anything. If you're 14 or 15, $100 is a lot. I remember it took me a while to collect $100. But, in the real world, when you're working and all that, and you can support yourself and everything, it really depends. If you're in a good position, thankfully, $100 isn't that big of a difference, really. And I'm just like, you know what? If this is the system that I think I'm going to be happier with, I'd rather pay an extra $100 and be right the first time, instead of paying $500 and being right the second time. So that's just how I look at it, honestly. With me, social-wise, I feel like I'll enjoy it more just because, most of my friends, that's just a nice little benefit. Most of my friends are going to be jumping over to the Xbox One if they do next gen, which they eventually all will. The games on there are appealing to me more. I'm already based primarily on Xbox Live and all that, so it's not a huge deal to jump ship or anything like that. And also the features I really enjoy. I actually, believe it or not, I really do enjoy the features that they have on there, the social features and such. Twitch, I can't really say now, just due to the fact that Twitch is now, not an exclusive. It's also on PS4. That doesn't bug me too much. I do like, though, that, the Xbox One, it has been confirmed there's no HDCP encryption, so I will still be able to use my Elgato to record things. So the 5-minute recording session, as opposed to the PlayStation 4's 15 recording session, does not affect me too much. It really doesn't affect me at all, honestly, because I'll be recording off my computer, and I'd rather do that. Whereas the PS4, although they haven't said anything, I'm willing to bet that they will keep HDCP over the HDMI channel, just because they did that on the PS3, and I don't see why they would drop it on their next-gen system. You know what I mean? And really, that's it with me with the Xbox One. Right now that Microsoft has pretty much backpedaled and changed all their stuff, it's looking like a promising system. It's looking like a system I will actually enjoy using and playing, and something I'm not going to be suffocated by. Aside from that, last feature, Skype. I do enjoy that I'll actually be able to use Skype on there. That was kind of big to me. I'm like, wow, I can actually use that. So, all in all, I'm liking it so far, and that's why I chose the Xbox One. I wanted to make a video on that because, I remember when I made the video saying Xbox One ripped off DRM, I canceled my PS4 pre-order, I went over to the Xbox One. Several people were supportive, and other people were like, you know what, I'm disappointed in you. You praised the PlayStation 4, and now you're going back to Xbox One. It's like, yes, I'm explaining myself now. I think my reasons are rational. I think they're okay. I'm not pledging allegiance to any company. This is just what I'm comfortable with. This is just what they have, what I want, so I'm going to get that. And just because I praise the PS4 does not mean I automatically now think it is a bad system. PlayStation 4 is still an excellent system. Sony is doing their thing right there. I will get one later. That's about it. So anyways, this is Mr. Mario, signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone.